welcome back to the Fashion Icon. And now today we have a very, very special guest with us today. We have one of the rising icons in Miami and now internationally. Welcome, Isabella Toledo. That's like my other daughter. Anyway, so it's our pride and joy here of Miami, especially of Hialeah, someone that is just taking the stage by storm. So
Hello.
let's go ahead and tell a little bit about those secrets, because all I hear is like, oh, Isabella, Isabella, Isabella. They look at you as, a floating goddess on the stage and all that. And I get it. But people don't know how hard you've worked, since you started and how dedicated you've been. So for those people that really don't know Isabella's journey, tell us a little bit about how did Isabella got into pageantry and modeling?
Well, I basically started in the modeling industry because when I was 6 years old, my aunt and my mom were on a regular car ride and they heard a radio station talk about some pageant going around called Miss Mini Universo. And my aunt was like, let's sign her up. So they signed me up, I competed, and I won, thank God. And from there, I met so many people. I got the chance to meet.
Is that Mini Universo? Is that the pageant that Lino Ferrer
Yes,
does?
thanks to him, he got me to open all my doors and meet Mario Princigali. And I then competed in his pageant. And then from there, I met you, Baron Tapar. And my journey just kept going on from there. I've done a lot of pageantry, a lot of modeling, and now I'm a lot into the fashion industry as well.
So tell me about what are some of the pageants that you've reigned in, some of the crowns that you've managed to acquire through the years.
Well, we started with Miss Mini Universo, then I also got Miss Summer Infantil, then I had Miss Magic City, Miss Hispanidad USA, then we got Miss Citrus.
Right.
Overall,
yeah.
That was an insane accomplishment.
For those that don't know, Citrus International it's an international beauty pageant that's actually coming up this February with Michael Galanes, and I remember that day that it's kind of like tear made to see her. Here she is up against some of the biggest, most fashionable, stylish beauty queens, and she took it all.
Yeah, I was just 12 years old. It was my first ever international pageant. And I was honestly not expecting that, such big crown moment, because I was like, it's my first thing. Like, I'm just going to go for it with an open mind. And at the end of the day, it's not about the crown, but it's about the journey and everything that I learned from it. But we ended up taking everything home.
Yeah, but, the beauty of it all, it's just that I would say that, I see it all the time, how the genuine girl that really loves to be on stage, the one that really does it from the heart like you did, that is what's going to really take. People can tell that, I see a lot of this, beauty pageant queens and all that stuff then going out and they're like so fake. It kills me, okay? It just, be yourself. Just be yourself. What's wrong? It's like, be comfortable. If you feel good in your own skin, I think that's what the judges saw in you, that you were just really enjoying the moment and
Definitely.
all that.
I mean, that's one thing that I tell all the girls all the time is like, be yourself. That's what makes you different from everybody else. Your personality and how you carry yourself around things. It's not about all the glitz, the glam, and being perfect on a stage either.
So tell me a little bit about what advice would you give to, let's say, Jana that's here with us today. If you wanted to do a beauty pageant, what advice would you give a young girl going into a beauty pageant for them to prepare and be the best that they can be?
Well, exactly what I just said right now. Be yourself. Don't try to be like anybody else, because your personality and how you are is what differentiates you from everybody else. And go into it with an open mind. You have to be very, very open-minded in this world. You have to take a lot of advice from people and just give it your best.
No, that's truth. When you walk on that stage, you got to own it. You got to love it. And, you have to take some of that stuff. And now, what other beauty pageants? I know that you currently also have the Miss Cuban American, national pageant. And as far as a beauty queen already crowned, what advice would you give to them to represent their title, and how can they be involved to make an impact, a positive impact in the community?
Well, representing a title isn't only about having a crown and a sash. I mean, representing a title is being a positive impact on all those young girls, young boys, everybody that's looking at you. They're looking at your image, at what you're posting online 24/7. You need to think about doing volunteer work. I love doing volunteer work. I personally work with kids, and I love all of that. So trying to involve myself in all the community is also what makes a better movement with whatever title you're representing.
What has been your biggest challenge as that in working with people in the community to be a role model?
A lot of people are closed-minded. A lot of people think that they kind of know it all and they don't want to have an open mind and hear what you have to say and think maybe this will help me. Maybe this will push me more forward into what I want. And I feel like people should be very, very open-minded in this world.
Okay. And as a beauty queen doing, a lot of community work that I personally know that you've done, what has been your greatest achievement, something that you've done, that you've given, that you really feel great about doing it?
Well, just recently, I did a toy drive where we went and donated a bunch of toys for kids in need for Christmas. And knowing that a lot of those kids that weren't going to be able to have a happy Christmas or see a bunch of toys under their tree, knowing that I was able to kind of bring that magic into their life really makes me happy.
Okay, she's being a little humble, and this is a lesson to take from her. And I speak because I know, she is my protege. She is, from our seat. She's, everything for us. She's our main coach and all that stuff. She did that with the Kiwanis. She went to that pageant. She got first runner-up. And she is involved all in 1,000% on helping her community, even though she's not the queen. Okay, she's all in. So that's quite remarkable in you. I know that you don't like to talk much about the things that you do, but, people need to know because, people think it's like, oh, Isabela, she's a goddess. She does this because they only see the accomplishments that you have. They don't see the behind the scene that you're involved,
Yep.
that you're creating all these things, the type of work that your mom and I work on creating that, making that image for you to be who you are because, you truly believe on that. And that's why you have the 1,000% support, that I think that, it's like, I love your mom, the way that she supports you. I'm not even going to ask you who is your biggest role model because we all know that, Mommy Jackie, it's it. So in advice, going, flipping a little bit into the modeling, people see you doing international fashion shows all over in New York Fashion Week, Miami Swim Week, Miami Fashion Week, Chicago Mart, the Georgia Mart, and all that stuff. But it's taken you a while. Okay,
It's taken me a very long time.
Okay, and see that. So what advice going into the modeling, how should a young girl prepare, to have a successful career in modeling?
You have to be very, very persistent. I mean, I started when I was 6. I'm 19 now. And now it's that I've started growing in the worlds of Miami Swim Week, Art Basel, Chicago Mart, Georgia Mart. All of that, working with an international prom brand, all of that came from being very, very persistent. It did not just boom appear right in front of my eyes and then, wow, I had the opportunity. It's taken so much. So I would just tell them, don't give up. I know it's a lot of work and you have to work very, very hard towards it, but you can't give up on it and you just have to keep being persistent till you get there.
Yeah, I hear it all the time. Dedication, determination, be prepared. I know that, obviously you have not, she doesn't have one composite. She's got 4 composites. Depending on the job, she goes in there and she's prepared for that. She coaches, it's like she goes right in for what they want and she prepares and prepares. Now, on the runway, I know that as the main coach, what would be the difference in modeling that you can give some advice to some of the girls that do pageant that want to get into modeling and the one that do modeling that want to get into pageant?
It's a very different world on both ends. As a person that's in the pageantry world and in the fashion world as well, it's like if I have like a switch. Pageantry switch on or fashion switch on. Because they're both very, very different. Pageantry, it's very glitz. You have to be very, very like smiley, bubbly. You need to connect with the people, with the judges. Compared to when you're in fashion, it's very serious. You're there as a mannequin to show off clothes. You're there to sell the clothes and to promote the designer and whatever you're wearing. It's not about you. Compared to pageantry, it's all about you and trying to win the hearts of those people. I think it's two very different worlds, but I love both of them.
Yeah, it's true. It's like we always have the saying in the industry that look, don't get offended, but you're nothing but a hanger. It's not about you.
It's the truth.
It's about the clothes. It's about the way that you wear. And all that stuff. So, how do you consider yourself in the world of modeling per se? Forget about runway. I know that you're like a massive superstar in runway, but do you consider yourself to be more of a commercial model or more an editorial model?
Honestly, I'm a mix. I think that I'm a mixture of it all because I'm not just focused on one thing specifically. I kind of do it all, and I'm just around any opportunity that I can take. But a lot of it, right now, I do a lot of commercial with Jazzy Couture for their prom brand and homecoming dresses as well. So right now, that's like a lot of my focus, but I'm also open to everything else.
Jazzy, you can use her, but you're still mine. I know they fell in love with you, and it's like you're like their baby. It's like they send you boxes and boxes of dresses, and it's like they can't get enough of Isabela. Even the owners, they're an amazing brand, and I know that they're serving as a sponsor for something that we're going to talk a little bit later about, and some of the things. So going into the pageantry. How do you feel about this influencers that they're going out and they get a girl that's just participating in the pageant and they just go around just bragging about the girl, influencing. And I mean, I have my own, idea and concept about that they try to influence the judges because they're going out and they influence the judges and whatsoever in a way that they're putting it out there. So people that are watching their social medias and things like that are watching what these are, no matter what, what is said, and they're creating this image of whatever contestant they do. What's your opinion about that?
Honestly, I just do things my own way. I just let people do their things however that they think they should be doing it. I honestly just don't opinionate on how other people take care of whatever they're doing.
So you just do your thing.
I just focus on me. I market myself. I put myself out there to everybody. I push my image out there, and I just work towards what I want, and everybody else can do it their way.
Keeping it generic, and that way people can see the real contestant, be it you or whoever it is. So I truly, agree in that. Now, I understand that you were invited by the city of Miami to participate in the Epiphany Three Kings Parade. That is like a major, major accomplishment from the city of Miami for you to be riding in those waves there. So how does it feel to that? Have you been to the parade in the past?
Yes, I have, since I was very little.
Yeah. And
I love it.
How does it feel?
Amazing.
What are your plans? Have you picked up your dress of what you're gonna wear?
No, not yet.
Okay.
That's always a whole thing. We'll get there soon.
Yeah. Tennessee comes first.
Tennessee's coming first.
I get it. And now I understand that you're involved in a new up and coming project. So tell me a little bit about this that you're involved in, this pageant that you're involved in.
Well, I just started. Well, not just started. It's been a couple months already of this whole entire process. It's very, very long. But I am competing for Miss Teen Cuba to be able to go internationally representing Cuba. And right now I represent Pinar del Rio.
Okay.
where my family is
Pinar del
from.
Rio, Willy Chirino, okay, La Tierra del Tabaco. Okay, I like that.
Where my
I'm sure
whole entire-
Willy's going to be very, very proud of you. Willy Chirino is going to be, hey, La Pinareña. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's where my whole entire family is from. And I'm just so excited. If you guys go to my page, you'll see a lot of projects that we've been doing. We have trainings every single weekend. We're training very, very hard to be able to put on a show for everybody and the audience. And I'm just so excited. This process has been.
So, and do they have like a preliminary, a final? How does it work?
Yes, so the 4th of January, we're having our prelims, which basically we model an opening dress, bathing suit, and gown. And then the 17th of January,
I know your thoughts. You want to go see her in a swimsuit. Watch it. I'm going to be there, and so will her father. Watching you. Watching you.
and the 17th of January, we have the
No,
final
but you didn't
night.
tell me where was it going to be the
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
sorry,
even know
I'm
where the
sorry.
preliminaries at.
At Cuz Miami venue.
Okay.
Cuz Miami venue.
Like everybody knows where it's at.
Doors open at 4:30.
Where is Cuz Miami venue?
It's like in Doral,
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
No, it's in Doral.
It's in Doral.
Okay. And then the finals is at
17th of January in Manuel Artime Theater.
Manuel Artime. I'm coming to you, Junior. You better reserve my VIP sitting there. I gotta be front and center. The director of the Manuel Artime is a very good friend of mine, and it's an amazing. They always do great, amazing shows over there. So it's like all I can say is, you've got this.
Thank
That's
you.
all I
I'm
can
so
say.
excited.
I mean, it's like I know that you've been working at it genuinely, and very, very candidly working in all sorts of things that I know that a lot of people are going to be surprised once they see the type of people that are really behind you, endorsing you, and things like that. As we'll make it publicly in the next couple of weeks. So. We wish you luck, and like as part of all of this, I guess grandeur things that you've accomplished. What do you feel has been your biggest accomplishment in the world of modeling?
I would have to say getting to the level of going internationally for modeling for a prom brand, because that was always a thing that I saw on TikTok of all these girls posting in these prom dresses at a huge market, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. I want to do that. I want to be there. How do I get there? And then magically, thanks to Barbara, Bridal Boutique by Barbara, I started modeling for her boutique here in Miami, and Jazzy saw me and they were like, we want you. And it just all started from there, and honestly, they've become like another family to me. I'm there every single year. Like you said, they send me boxes of dresses all the time, and they're one of my sponsors. And that was one of the biggest things I wanted to accomplish, and
No,
got
you
done.
thought about it, you put it in your mind, and there's nothing that can stop you. You just got to fight for it. You got to make come true for it. Dedication, determination. It just doesn't happen overnight, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure that you stay focused, stay humble, which is very, very important. Be grounded and be grateful for all those people that have helped you along the way. Like she's recognized some of the things. I know that we have another great friend that we have in common that he's always helping you with the dresses and stuff like that. Henry Mesa.
Yes.
That actually his dress came out on the Miami Herald.
Yes.
That we didn't talk about that. The writer for Edwin Perez, he did a beautiful article of you that came out in the El Nuevo Herald, which is the Miami Herald in Spanish, that just came out, and the dress that features one of Henry Mesa's dress, which is we'll show it there so you guys can see it and all that. So congratulations, another feather on that big, huge cap that she's got as she keeps on, continues to grow. And, we're all so thrilled, and, it's so happy for your journey, especially those of us who have been with you throughout the entire journey so far. And there's a lot more coming to it. There's a lot more catalogs because, you talked about all of that, but tell me a little bit about all of this jewelry and accessories and other things that you do the photos for. That, because I see it all of the time. I don't know exactly all of the name of the brands that you're doing.
Yes, so I model for Sammy's Handmade Jewelry, and for Idalmi's Jewel. And they both love their jewelry. If you guys need jewelry, go get them there.
Yeah.
Idalmi's Jewels is my aunt, and she used to sell jewelry like here and there. And then she finally, I was like, go all in for it, like do it. And well, she did it. She has a website, and
Out of all of the designers that you have done fashion shows for, which one would you say that is the one that you felt either most comfortable or that you love to model the most?
oh my God, that's so hard. Is that there's been so many. Like I
No,
would
there's
say
always
that
that one that's like, it's like, wow, I love them because they treated me like a goddess, or it was great, and things like that.
I would say there's two. Jazzy, which we've already spoken about. I mean, when I go to Georgia Mart, we're there for 4 days and we have 4 shows every single day. I mean, they treat us like queens. When we're not modeling, they're like, take off your shoes, your feet. I mean, we're in heels all day practically, so it's a lot for us. They're always feeding us. I mean, they take care of us like queens. So I would definitely say them. And also Sirena Swimwear. I was able to model for them this year for the first time in Miami Swim Week. And when I tell you that she is amazing. I love her. She treats all of her models with so much respect. And she also always gives us like little gifts. She gives us some of her
Yeah.
bikinis, and I love them.
And then I would say that 90% of all the girls' dream is to be a model for Victoria's Secret. You didn't model for Victoria's Secret, but you model for Juan Pablo Couture that does the wings for Victoria's Secret. So that's like, what? That was amazing. That was really, really amazing. That is like every girl's dream come true, to have one of those Victoria's Secret wings on, and you have it pretty much anytime you want to. And you've been featured. You can see some of the wings in photos and stuff like that. So once again, I compliment you. I commend you. God knows that I'm more than proud of you, because I've been there 1,000% of the steps. So I wish you luck in this new pageant that we're doing. You know that we're all in supporting her. So you make sure that you follow Isabella and go and give some
Yes.
likes and some votings for those extra points that she's going to need. Not that she needs it for the pageant. We've got down packed. Pinareños, 100%. They're going, even though I'm from Oriente, Manzanillo, but she's got Willie. Willie. So stay fashionable. Stay tuned for the next podcast from the Fashion Icon here from Miami. Fashion. Get you in the next one.